Perfect. Good news.
In the village of Armthorpe, South Yorkshire, it's hard to find anyone with a good word to say about Margaret Thatcher. Most of the people here in this working man's club are ex-miners or their children. They have never forgiven the late Prime Minister for her role in the pit closures of the 1980s and 90s.
She closed all the pits, one by one. Closed them all, shut them down. There's pits round here, there's this one up here, it had 50 years of work left in it. And she went and closed it for no apparent reason.
Margaret Thatcher said she's going to do every union. She started off with the steel workers, and then with railway, and then with the miners. I hate her.
The miners' strike of 1984 was emblematic of Thatcher's battle with the trade unions in her bid to modernise the British economy. Violence between the police, strikers and non-striking miners was common, while living standards in mining communities plummeted. Many in places like Armthorpe saw Thatcher as a London-centric leader, unsympathetic to their plight.
We all chipped in together, and it was scraping for food. She didn't care, and she did make a lot of people's lives hell in this village. A lot of them. Everybody's lost their houses, they're all in debt, and some of them haven't recovered from it anyway since then. But she, we're all smiling to London. London, we're all thinking, oh, she's all right, she's all right. She was looking after it rich. She didn't go for the actual working class bloke.
By the 1980s, many of Britain's coal mines were losing money and survived only because of state subsidies. Ultimately, Thatcher's hard-headed capitalist logic triumphed over the unions. The pits were closed, and a way of life for many disappeared.
My dad were a miner, his dad were a miner, all my family were miners.
All miners.
You know, we're all ex-miners, mining village, it revolved around pit. We always knew coal were our heritage.
Today, just 2,000 people work in Britain's mines, against 200,000 in 1984. Unemployment in this part of England is running at 12%. With that, locals say, comes social problems that are also Thatcher's legacy.
She just destroyed the place. You've got to blame her for everything that's gone on with drug problems, fighting problems, drunken disorderlies.
Britain's first female Prime Minister is to be given a ceremonial funeral on Wednesday, and here in Armthorpe, it's likely that very few will mourn her passing.